This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
I'm super excited to announce this project that I've been working on. It came out of a need where I felt really alone. It was the loneliest time of my life when I got diagnosed with breast cancer. The first question I asked my oncologist was, who have you treated that has my exact diagnosis? She couldn't find anyone. I have a wonderful husband, great friends, but they weren't walking down the same path. This is why I created Diagnosis Anonymous. Diagnosis Anonymous connects people who are going through cancer, newly diagnosed people, to mentors, people who have been down that same path. Go to diagnosisanonymous.com and join our waitlist to get matched to your mentor. You'll fill out a quick, easy form. You will get notified when you have a match. Diagnosisanonymous.com. Thank you. Welcome to Boobalicious. This podcast is about navigating life as a midlife woman. Your health, your body, your identity, and everything that shifts along the way.
From hormones to healing, including life during and after cancer, we're having the conversation no one prepares you for.
I'm Chris, a mom of 2 and a breast cancer survivor, and we're figuring it out right alongside you.
I'm Jenny, a physical therapist specializing in women's health. Join us and subscribe.
I went to a nutritionist, and she gave me some great things, but I remember at the time only eating those beluga black lentils. Like, I need protein, I need fiber, so I was doing that and green juicing. My skin never looked better, but what do you do now? Like, what's a day in the life of Leanne eating-wise?
Well, during treatment,
Yeah.
I could only eat toast with butter and berries and cottage cheese sometimes.
I'm a fan of, I know some people hate cottage cheese. I'm a fan of it, the protein.
I couldn't get a juice down. I couldn't get a soup. People sent me soups like I don't even know, like it was the war. I couldn't have a soup. I could not touch a soup. I needed carbs. I found when I came out of that first week of chemo, like week 2, my blood sugar levels were so wonky. I needed so much carbohydrates just to function. What's a day in the life of me now? It took a really long time for me to get back into green juicing. This is the thing. I used to cook all the time. Like, I feel like so many of my followers don't even know that I am actually a pretty decent cook.
The way you put things together is beautiful. So what is your Instagram again? It's at
my name, at Leanne, Leanne Citrone.
Yeah, there's so many great little recipes and stuff on there.
And I have like over 100 recipes on Substack and stuff. And I love doing the recipes and recipe developing. But we bought this new house and I thought we will do a 3-month renovation. And so we put everything in storage. And we moved somewhere for 3 months. Cancer, and 2 years later, we're still here. So I can't wait to get my kitchen unpacked and really start cooking. I always eat breakfast. I never did before. I feel like breakfast is super important.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do like veggie, heavy Swiss chard, broccoli, cherry tomatoes, and snap peas with scrambled eggs.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
But I'll do a salad usually for lunch. I do have, in the afternoons, I need some like dark chocolate or dried apricots or what I don't have it right here. I keep meaning to post it. I saw this girl on Instagram and she has these tins, an Altoid tin. And so she fills them with like nuts, dark chocolate, like things. And so I like do it and then I have it in my purse. And so if I need a snack in the afternoon, I snack on that.
That's great. I'm a supplement girl too. I definitely try to do all that, but I don't think anything really takes the place of food.
Right.
Right.
I just had facial acupuncture today. Yeah, she's amazing. I can share her info. But we were talking because I was like, she was saying you shouldn't be eating cold food. And I feel like I eat so much cold food.
Cold food, like cold food or like a banana?
No, like salads, smoothies, sushi. You should be having more cooked food, like lentils, cooked greens. Like,
okay. Why? Just because it absorbs
she
better? She
described it like this, that, I mean, I know this, like, theoretically, I just don't seem to abide by that. Your body is kind of like a simmering pot of soup, right? And so you want to kind of keep it in that place. It's easier for digestion when things are cooked. And that when you eat like cold food or cold smoothies, you're just kind of cooling down
everything.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that with water. Like I stopped drinking cold water a while ago. I'm either room temperature or maybe even the tea with the hot lemon. I remember going through when I was going through chemo, the lemon rind, how everyone says it's so good for you. The rind of a lemon. So that I would take little slices of the lemon rind, put it in the blender, the smoothie. And then someone...
I mean, I guess I've seen that online, but I didn't know it was like a cancer thing.
That's where all the nutrients are in the lemon, I guess. I'm a lemon person, though. I also saw somebody freeze a lemon and then they use it on a grater, which is kind of cool, too, for food and whatnot. But just for people who don't have access to a nutritionist, and I know you're not a nutritionist, but you're a health coach and you're a chef. And I tend to trust people like you who are advocating for yourself and your own health, who cook more so than nutritionists. So, I mean, you want to take from someone that's actually walking the walk. And what are some super quick go-to that people can grab in the fridge, in the pantry, that you won't have that guilt?
I feel like this. I think it's hard when you kind of are like, oh, I'm going to become vegan, free vegan, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to eat sugar. And so all of a sudden you're supposed to change your entire existence. I believe that if you give up one thing at a time, you're more successful. So if you give up sugar, right? Like I'm not going to eat desserts, but you still crave sugar, then like getting 100% or 90% dark chocolate. Like that's what I love about these little tins.
Yeah.
Where I put some nuts, some dried fruit, a square of chocolate, and it's like a little, because I still crave sugar, right? But it's like a little sort of healthy snack box. I'm not like going to Yum Yum Donuts and eating a donut.
Well, also, I think that that's really important because having a sweet tooth, I'm an overeater of the sweets. So I think you're portioning it for yourself.
Yeah. I have it. It's in my purse and I can just go to it whenever I need, right?
Now I'm picturing that I'm going to do this and put it next to my bed because at night I get that sweet tooth and I want to go in the kitchen and grab a pint of ice cream.
Right.
But I think if that's there, it is ease too.
I think bread's an interesting thing because people are like gluten-free or like you got to do gluten-free. I'm like a sourdough girl. I feel like it has the least ingredients. It's super clean.
Do you make your own?
In COVID, I did.
Oh, that's sad. People who've done that, I'm so impressed. And everyone's like, it's not that hard, but I think it probably is to make it.
It's not hard if you're home. If you're running around, you can't do it. But if you're like working from home and you got to fold the bread and check them and feed the starter. But I think all this gluten-free bread and so many breads in the aisle have so many ingredients. So to switch out and just do sourdough, it's the cleanest bread that there is. I don't love these food trends. I don't love these like intermittent fasting and da-da-da-da-da. For me, I find that breakfast is important. I need the energy and the protein to get through the day, or just food. And I find that not eating after 7 p.m. makes a huge difference. And then I'll try to fill my bottle of water, and I'll just like drink as much water as I can, or drink a ton of tea before I go to bed. So I'm not.
Are you drinking any specific type of water? I know that there's all these different, speaking of trends, or pH balance or alkaline, whatever.
So I was always a huge chlorophyll water junkie. Like I'd get the drops and just put them in my water, which I took a huge break. I actually just started again. I drink out of a glass bottle. We have the Mountain Valley. People say that it's great, but we are putting in the new house and like a full 3 filtered ozone water. So that will be in at the new house.
Oh, I saw something on your Instagram today, actually. You were putting something in your water, electrolytes.
Electrolytes and minerals. I love the moon juice one. You add it to your water.
I'm writing this down.
There is a plain one. There's like a watermelon one. But we are, I think, all deficient in electrolytes and minerals. So I put a scoop of this in my water before, and I work out in the heat. So I'll put a scoop of that in my water before I go to the gym. Sometimes I'll just put salt under my tongue.
Oh, that's interesting. Wait, what's the name of that product for people just listening on?
Mini Dew.
Mini Dew. Okay.
Yeah. So there's the plain, and then there's the 2 flavors, but we all need more electrolytes and minerals. So yeah, I do that. I am working with an integrative sort of doctor, Japanese, like chiropractor guy. We're doing a ton of blood work and stuff. He's got me on a big supplement protocol, which I need to compile and share it. It's just like so much information. I'm trying to figure out the best way to put it out there.
It's hard to find a really good integrative that is not $10,000.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I worked with someone who referred me to someone in Connecticut, and she was great, but yeah, at the end of the day, sometimes the insurance doesn't cover it, and you have to find someone that's not really pushing their own products too, or yeah, because it's a business at the end of the day too, as we know. The health industry.
So yeah, I know. I really want to share, because I did a stool test and I did all this blood work and to see where my body is post treatment. I just need to compile all the information. I mean, obviously it kind of pertains to me, but I feel like maybe other people can gain some knowledge from it with that. He's a chiro, really, Dr. Joe. He's in Santa Monica. I was having a ton of jaw pain during treatment. He does like cranial stuff where he goes inside your mouth and like loosens everything up. Like the greatest feeling ever.
I've been seeing that online actually now.
It's the best.
Is it for TMJ? Yeah.
Well, he does like cranial, like he just like does adjustments on your body, whatever you need. And my eyes were hurting. Everything was hurting. And so he was working a lot on my head. He works on my whole body. But I was just having a hard time, and I'd seen him many years ago. My girlfriend, who swears by him, said, you have to go see him. And so I saw him. I'm a huge self-care person. Like I love a facial, give me a mani-pedi, a Korean
I give you a spa. Exactly.
Yeah.
Make me feel new again. Yeah.
Like I need 4 hours minimum of the Korean spa once a month. And everything for me is like self-care.
Do you go to the one downtown, or?
I go to Olympic. But even going to the oncologist, like I always take them treats. I take them bagels. I take them cookies.
It's so nice.
And I 9 times out of 10 go alone. And sometimes they're like, oh, is your husband not coming in? I'm like, no, this is like self-care. Like it's like I wouldn't bring him to a facial.
It's interesting, that perspective, because a lot of people going into chemo, me being one of them, I was so scared. And I was 37. And for me, I was like, this is an old person's room, not realizing that young people were all getting it earlier, unfortunately. But as soon as I was able to change that perspective and be like, this is a place of self-care, of help, it became that feeling of letting people in to help me heal there and making those great relationships. So it's interesting.
So lucky. I mean, Yeah, for sure. Like the hardest thing for me was the hair loss.
Oh, really? Well,
What's that, bud? The Lincoln Summer Sales event is on now with exclusive offers? Oh, so you want to feel the wind pouring through the available open panoramic vista roof on a road trip? And spend the afternoon beachside hanging out on the back of the spacious Lincoln Splitgate? Okay, I'll schedule a Lincoln test drive today, right before your vet appointment. Visit your local Lincoln retailer or learn more at Lincoln.com.
At REI Co-op, we've got the gear that makes camp easy. A tent that sets up in seconds. A chair you could fall asleep in. A cooler that keeps things chill. So you can get to the good stuff. Late night laughs, endless stars, and stories you'll tell again and again. REI Co-op. Camp solved. Shop in-store or at rei.com.
because you're also, that was your profession too.
Yeah, it was my profession. It's just like I cried more. I didn't know that the hair part would be so hard. The hair texture changing. Like I think it really shifts your perspective. If someone tells me they have cancer, now I'm like, oh, like it's like, what's coming.
Yeah.
Where I went into it. Like I remember my girlfriend was like a couple of months ahead of me, and I called her and I was like, I'm getting ready for my first chemo, and my hair looks so good because I cut it short and it's so cute. And she was like, I feel so bad. And she started listing all of her ailments. And I was like, it was like a gut punch. I was like, wait, I'm not just going to look fabulous and feel great. Like this is going to get really ugly. But yeah, the hair loss for me was, oh my God, the tears I shed over my hair. And then when I finally decided to shave it because the cold capping didn't really work, I was like, why didn't I shave it sooner? Like,
I gotta be honest with you. Well, I saw when you did that whole thing on your Instagram, and you have a great shaped head. You
have to say that.
No, I don't even have to mention it. I'm telling you, because I have like the bumpiest. That's why I was like, I don't want to go. I can't. And there's too many bald people in my house. But so I think with the cold caps, what the thing is the person that's administering them. And my lady was psycho. She would like whack I'd be like, it's too tight, it's too cold. And she was a hard ass. And I think that's why, because I've had girlfriends that say it didn't work for them.
I don't know though. I have my cold cap lady who I love is doing the cold capping for someone else. And she's kept like 90%. She's lost around here, but for everything here, she's kept. I lost all of this. And then I was having hot flashes.
Oh, it's
and
the
I was
worst.
like, have a hat on and then take it off and I'm bald. And I just got to the place where I was like, when I shaved it, I was like, why didn't I do this sooner? It was so liberating. But I didn't think I ever would have the strength to do it.
And seeing the hair come out in clumps or on your pillow, I was afraid of that. And I hear that's really emotional. It's interesting how emotionally tied we are to our hair.
Losing your hair is a big deal.
It really is. And when you see somebody at the bank or wherever you are and they're bald, you're like, are they going through it? There's that sense of, what's happening.
And I want to be like, hey, do you have cancer? I have cancer.
Yes.
But then I'm like, maybe they have alopecia. I don't know. Like
some people don't want to talk about it at all either.
As soon as I move into my house in September, October, I'm going to go really hard on recipe developing and sharing all my recipes again.
Please do. The thing that I love about your recipes is they do seem like I can do it, and the way you put it together. So I really like the ease of that, especially for people that are going through it.
And I'm really interested in exploring, I don't know, food differently now because of post-treatment.
Yeah.
And also for all of the girls that love some sweet treats, like how do we get a really healthy, no sugar dessert?
Exactly. Because we have to live life still. And you can't just, like you said, go all or nothing. And because it just puts fear. And the next thing you know, we have eating disorders.
Right. And then you're not going out to dinner because I don't eat this or I'm not. Yeah, it's like we have to enjoy life.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have a drink here and there. I mean, I still like a martini once in a while. Why not, right?
Why not? Yeah.
Why not? So normally we do on Boobalicious, the last thing we do with all of our guests is a what's in your bag. And that could be, figuratively speaking, that could be a product. I know we spoke a lot about different products. So if you want, we can skip this, but people have said sometimes it's their meditation, like just something that helped you on this journey.
There's something I do where when I'm getting a scan, or I'll do it if I'm in bed, whatever, it's my go-to, is I imagine I sort of drop a grounding cord into the center of the earth from my root chakra.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine all my chakras spinning. And I call my energy back from everything else that's going on, back from work, back from, I don't know, life, fight with my friend that's upset me, whatever. I really call my energy back. I imagine energy coming from above, down my head, through my whole body, out to that chakra that goes into the center of the earth. And I just sort of clear my body with that. Like, so I just imagine colors or little white roses, and I just sort of flush everything out. And then I wrap up my grounding cord and I put it in the ocean. And then I'll sort of drop like a new grounding cord, but it just brings me back. It centers me. It's not a mantra. It's not anything that's too rigid, but it just kind of gets me in my body. And like, I could, and then I can knock out and just like, I can do a PET scan. I'm like, that was relaxing.
I almost didn't ask you this question because we talked about so many products, but I'm so happy I did, because that is everything. Just when you said that resonated so much, because we're out in the day and we're giving and taking on so many different energies, right? Whether it's people we care about, our kids, our husband. And I think of women in this age range where we're dealing with menopause, disease, and caretaking and all the things. And my nervous system sometimes is really just depleted. And this is calling the energy back in, whether it's through yoga, meditation, or just that visual, like closing your eyes and really grounding yourself, I think is important. So thank you.
I worked with Casey Crown and Jackie Leonardi. I used to work with Casey one-on-one in a therapist. She would always have me do a grounding meditation at the beginning. And I would always say, oh, I'm done. I can leave now. It was like all I really needed was to get back in my body.
Yeah.
You know, we're sort of running around and battering all over the place.
Our mind thinks faster, and to kind of just center yourself. When we have an issue, a feeling, a problem, an energy that feels displaced, I know I can just loop on it. And it's interesting how healthy that is for all of us, but how we forget to do these things for ourselves.
It's hard sometimes to say like, oh, I'm going to sit down and meditate, right?
Yeah.
For me, like, I don't want to sit on the couch and meditate because what if someone comes in the room, my kids, my husband?
Exactly.
And for me, is something I can do when no one knows I'm doing it, and I can do it at any time.
Yeah. In the car, it's interesting how when we do these things, I always say that cancer was a blurse, a blessing and a curse at the same time, because it really makes you slow down and really examine these things in your life and do these things for yourself, which makes you a better mother and wife and all the other things. Well,
no, I feel super grateful for my...
Yeah, me too.
It's changed my life so much, and it's interesting.
It's interesting in that perspective too, like sending it that loving energy, thankful and grateful that you are lucky enough to have that to always ground you and be present more. So
I had a client many years ago who had cancer, and I will never forget it. She said, I'm so angry that I have cancer. And I never once felt that way.
Most people go through that a little bit in the beginning. I did.
I didn't
in the beginning.
I feel, for me, the anxiety now, the recurrence anxiety is like a daily battle. It's a daily thing. But
how far out are you from treatment?
6 months.
6 months. I will say, as someone who's 10 plus years, that feeling fades.
Right.
Yeah, it does. Every like few months, it gets better. it gets easier. You're just like, I got this. You know, it's not at the top of your mind anymore.
Right.
It's always going to be there, but like we said, in the back. So thank you for being part of Boobalicious.
So much for having me.
Oh
I
my
loved
God,
it.
this has been great. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Leanne. Take care.
Thank you.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.